How's it going, everyone? This is Dixon of the Ultimate Game Realm logging on. Today I'm going on a tour over the new retro arcade Neon. It's a front-end arcade simulator where you can add ROMs and make it like an actual arcade place to your preference, which I've been currently working on, and I will have a tour of it coming soon. But right now I want to give you all a tour with the gameplay footage I captured with the default configurations before I got started with the ROMs and etc. Oh, one other thing, this game could be either a standard gameplay or a VR game. I was capturing the default gameplay footage in the regular gameplay mode because it's actually easier to give a tour like that. However, when I get the configuration done for the arcade, I'm going to give a tour in both directions. Anyway, let's get started. As you can see here at the moment, we're in this virtual reality background with all the neon mountains and buildings. More likely a neon city virtual reality realm. Even though I'm not in VR mode, I'm still in the standard mode. As you can see, there's a little arcade area right there with one arcade machine. That's actually the default machine of the game. And there's stuff hanging about right by it, including the awesome floor design with all the space planets. No smoking, of course, I don't smoke anymore. Scanning the whole environment. There's leftover pizza. Normally, I would definitely not leave any food around like that. You'll be seeing plenty of it in the game, though. Packs of cigarettes. I don't smoke anymore, so beer I do drink. Poor shite. Of course, you actually can't drink in this game either. All you can do is pick up bottles and throw them. And packs of cigarettes and throw them too. And soda cans. Let's see what else. Can't. There's a cassette tape right here. VHS tape. Urge. Yeah, I remember the Surge brand from the 90s. Of course, there are VCRs and radios where you can put cassette tapes and VCR tapes. Right here, I got a Etch-a-Sketch, which they called a Fetch-a-Sketch. It's pretty cool. You could do all sorts of crazy stuff around the arcade as well. Well, I wouldn't say too crazy, but interesting things. Okay, trying to figure out how to work this thing. Of course, you have to be under a light so you can under a certain light so you can see better. I think it's a shoulder light or a flashlight or a forehead light. Okay, picking up a zapper gun that looks like a zapper, not an actual arcade gun. Checking out the options. See how the settings are. Customizing. All you can do is customize hats. I don't know for what purpose, but you don't get to see your character anyway. See what kind of hats they got here. Getting a thing of coffee right now. No, I don't want to jack off right now. I mean jack out. This is my life, man. Of course, they have a multiplayer mode. I'm not sure exactly what it does. Now I'm going to the single player mode. They actually have two options, Classic and Neon. I'm going to go to the Classic one first, which is the smallest one. Gives you an idea what it looks like. Now I'm in the Classic mode. Having a coffee. As you can see, these arcade machines have a bunch of parodies on what the actual arcade games look like. These ones you can't play, they're just there for display. And there's a lot of posters here that are actually rip-offs to films from the 80s and 90s. There's a dartboard. You can play darts in this game. Gets out in a little bit. And there's these Game Boy things, which they call it the Wow Fun or Wow Funny. Yeah, you can play Game Boy games if you actually have the ROMs inside the game, inside the retro arcade it sells, which is pretty cool. As long as the console games, which we'll get to in a minute, these all look like Super Famicom games, but you can't play North American Super Nintendo games on this machine. You can play other console games on this machine as well, though, but it doesn't really look right if you play other console games on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom machine. It's Mystery Spookers! Maybe you can play a little game in some little generic game in this one. It looks like I'm getting my butt kicked, so you just gotta go over the obstacles and how do you quit the game is you just walk away from it. And there's the darts right there, so you can play a game of darts. And there's other fetch sketches, which I showed you a few minutes ago. And there's a radio where you can change stations, or I think you can change stations. Like I'm saying, this is actually a playback of the gameplay footage. I know you can change cassette tapes, the ones you can find around all sorts of areas in the arcade place. Like those tapes there you can put in there. And once you add the Super Nintendo games or any console games, you can actually get to use the game cartridges that you found to put into the system itself. Usually the Game Boy games themselves, the one cartridge is already in a certain Game Boy, so you don't get to change cartridges in Game Boys, so they have plenty of Game Boys around the place. Right now I'm just kind of dinking around with that radio, as you can see. There's a VCR above, and there's a VHS tape, and there's a Super Famicom with a Super Nintendo controller. There's all sorts of pop cans and beer bottles and bottle caps and cigarettes, packs of cigarettes and pizza boxes laying all across the place. If it was my arcade place, I wouldn't leave any of it around. Let alone I wouldn't allow any smoking in it, unless if I have a certain smoking room for some. But personally, I'm not a smoker anymore, so it doesn't matter to me. Usually if I actually have a cigarette, I usually have a prop. It's the only closest thing to a cigarette I get these days, or a cigar. Right now I'm just trying to figure shit out here. How to turn this fucking machine on. No, you can't. Once you add the ROM games and once you add the ROMs to the console, the stickers on the cartridges also replace too. There we go. Just like that, except these cartridges don't run. Unless if you have a ROM put it inside it. You can play cartridge games on there. Cartridge games on the console. It's not just Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. You can play Sega Genesis, regular NES, PlayStation games. But it doesn't seem right playing any games besides the Super Nintendo and the Super Famicom on the system that's based off of the Super Nintendo and Super Famicom. So, I'm just pushing buttons. Checking out the radio again. Just trying to see if I can do new tricks here. Oh, Except throw the fucking thing. Yeah, you can move this radio anywhere. Or boombox, whatever you call it. I keep forgetting it could be called boombox. Well, it doesn't look much like a boombox, but whatever. Somebody must be a fat slob. Somebody must be a slob for leaving pizza around. And there's the default arcade machine where you can exit out anytime or quit. You always find cassettes hidden in places like in between arcade machines and basketball hoops. Now examining an actual arcade machine, which doesn't exactly have a game built into it. You can add ROM into it, but you can't play any of these right now. They're just there for displays. But you can push buttons to get the idea. Knobs and Boglins. Parody of Ghosts and Goblins. Pretty cool looking format there. I mean button layout, arcade button layout. Forgot what they're called. I like the marquee though. Okay. That's a broken arcade machine there from the looks of it. Can't go out the doors. Another Game Boy laying around. Yeah, you can also bowl as well too. Not to forget to mention you can shoot hoops. Yeah, I forgot to mention that while we're over there. Of course, you can only play Game Boy games once you have the ROMs in there. Pretty cool you can do that. It's pretty cool you can push the buttons and they'll show. You gotta be under better lighting if you're gonna play the any Game Boy games so you can see. That's one thing I dislike about the Game Boys is that you have to be under light in order to play. Don't really play Game Boys anymore though. I mean on the original hardware because it's kind of difficult for me to see. I usually play them on emulators now. Now let's go play some basketball, shoot some hoops. I don't know what this is called, but this is not really a basketball game. This is like normally shoot the hoops. I think this is supposed to be competitor since there's two shoots right here. And then again, I just like shooting hoops anyway. It's pretty cool there is a multiplayer mode. I'm not sure how it works though. Oh, got that one stuck. Damn it. Boom! Boom shakalaka! Just trying to see if I can try to get that other one unstuck. Boom shakalaka! Boom shakalaka! Sweet 2. I think that's what it says. Sweet 2? Wheat, or with 2 T's or something. No. Rip. Basketball. Pretty cool. Okay. Got that one stuck too, and got the other one. Now, oh, now it bounced back into the other one. It's pretty cool. You could do some of this stuff, especially in the default mode. Okay, let's move on. Vampire shenanigans. Supposedly rip off to Castlevania. Big fucking thing. Yeah, Jurassic Park was the big fucking thing. There's a portable cell phone, or cordless. Actually, it's a cordless phone. Cell phones back then were practically a little bulkier than that. A little bit more expensive too. A lot more expensive too. It's funny you get to throw stuff. Too bad. Oh! Made it with that beer bottle. Too bad you can't break beer bottles or bent soda cans. Okay. I wish I had a piece of shit game just to throw in there. 1944. Of course, 1944 was the regular game of itself, but this one's like a generic version. Now I'm going to play some bowling. Yeah. Didn't remember the rules at first of how bowling is. You know, I go to bowling alley every Christmas year on my job. As part of the Christmas party, that is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You could do alternative stuff in there besides arcade games. Do console games and portable games and recreative games like bowling and shooting hoops and etc. Darts. Bopping heads with, I don't know what the game's called when you go bop multiple heads when they pop up, but it'll come up eventually. It'll come up soon, so hypercharge. I think that's as far as I'm going to go right now. Too much to explore. I don't want to take up too much time, so I'm just going to show you the trailer to give you all the idea what this front-end arcade simulation is. So please do enjoy.